Hello everyone, my name is John Michael Bushman and welcome back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel Dinosaur Weekly. And we'll still rock the same build that I ran last week, which is like just replacing one terraforming for a third copy of Scrapdoor. This deck has been servicing me pretty goddamn well off cam, and we're still gonna rock it as is. No, I will still not run the Dinomorphia build, although I am eagerly waiting for the new dinosaur support that will be coming to this game in probably a few months. But until then, we'll still rock this really tight and clean 45 card build. So without further ado, let's jump into these duels. Going second, so let's see what our opponent has for us here. Let me just turn on the light. It's a little dark in this room right now. There we go. Fossil Dig. Exorcister Carpet Divim. That is a really cute name, all things considered. Neither pair can target Exorcister. I am seeing a lot of Exorcister cards that I do not normally see. What the hell? Is it because like they are like really popular? Okay. Vadis. Choose an Exorcister monster from your deck, then take on special summon both. And then do you exceed summon them? I think. No, you don't. Well, not yet. Right? We will not activate any effects just yet. Sure. Okay. We'll fossil dig. We'll try to bait out the interaction as much as we can here. Right now, he will exceed summon. Sure. Let's see what they do here. They're using armament. They will exceed summon. Okay, they will get Michaelis. Sure. And fossil dig. We will actually get one of the babies because we already have an Archosaur in hand. So let's see here. Okay. If you negate. Oh shit! I'm just realizing I can't use infinite impermanence on them. That's really bad. But I think I can still do this. Question mark? Question mark? Question mark? Exceed summon, negate its effects on the field. You say? Wait, can target exorcism monsters you control with effects of monsters that were special summoned from the graveyard. So what you're saying is, I actually misread this. I thought this only negated stuff that was their exorcisers, but no. So we'll just do this first. We'll negate Michaelis. So they're only protected from effects of monsters that were banished, that were summoned from the graveyard. Sure, you can do that. You can banish it, and then she's still negated. Alright, cool. And then we'll special summon Prankatops, because we can. And then I think we're just going to combat first. It's honestly the safest option. We get rid of their interaction here. And then I think Stella doesn't do too much. Let's see. Get rid of Michaelis at least. Then ooh, okay. Will he banish? I'm pretty sure he'll banish. So let's do that. And then tribute that off. And then we'll destroy Carpe Diem. Because why not? Okay, there we go. There that goes. Returnia doesn't do its thing anymore, and now we are safe to pop off. I mean, our opponent is down to one card in hand, so I think we can do a lot of our shit here now. Ooh, Effect Veiler. Oh man, I was saving Called by the Grave for one of the Exorcisters ending up in the graveyard, but you forced my hand here, opponent. Too bad. Too bad for you. Right? Now we can surely pop off here because Michaelis has been negated. There we go. Archosaur destroying Baby Ceratosaurus, and you've seen this song and dance before. So I will do dinosaur combos unless my opponent concedes at any point here, which is also a possibility. Oh, he does still have something here. All right, cool. So he does manage to do an Exorcister thing in spite of having Michaelis negated. All right, cool, cool, cool. So we still have a game afoot. And why are you summoning Asafiel? Oh my god. Okay. Okay, that was negated. That's completely fine. We'll just get Archosaur into the graveyard, and like at Linkoribo. That's always gonna happen. Then we do this. We'll banish these two, and we'll summon Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. It's always gonna happen. We could. Oh, Michaelis is a quick effect, so I think we just died it here. Ugh, I do not like our odds. Now that they have Sophiel, and now that their Michaelis is alive again, but they are down to one card in hand. So our odds are pretty even-ish. So let's see here. All right, using that effect first. All right, that's always something. We can just force them to go into combat first, although they will very likely deal with UCT first before that even happens. And knowing that, yeah, with the touch material, yeah, forcing the activation so that Michaelis can UCT here. Unfortunately, I have to let that go. Let that go. Yeah, because if I activated UCT there, they would have used Michaelis to banish him instead. So yeah, I will make the discipline play there, and just allow Asafiel here to bounce him back to hand. We do have Linkoribu to blank one attack, but unless he banishes this little guy right here, right now, we sort of stand a chance. But Magnifica can attack twice, so I'm pretty sure we're dead here. So yeah, Gibrin. What does this do? Oh my god, I am seeing more and more of this pure Exorcister deck. It's fascinating. I guess it's a way to combat tier limits. Okay, yep, it's negated. Alright, cool, cool, cool. And then he even buffs up the attack. Oh my god, yeah, we are so dead here. So yeah, I'll just, yep, even going into Magnifica. My god, yeah, I'll just see you guys in the next duel. Going first. So let's see what kind of board we can set up here. And it's, wow, throwing into Archosaur again. My god, this deck. Alright, Fossil Dig. We YOLO this. Let's see what we get. We could just get Ash Blossom right here, right now. Although my opponent's name is Playmaker, so they could be running a Link deck here, but they are running a tight 40 cards. So there's also that. Let's see. Our opponent's thinking. Probably deciding if it's like worth negating here. Alright, cool. We use Baby Sarsaurus here, because we already have an Archosaur in hand. There we go. Then Archosaur, activate effect. If they Ash Blossom this, then that means Baby Ceratosaurus can do his thing. If it even comes to that. But I highly doubt it will. Especially if like they don't read. Okay, cool. Also allowing that to happen. It's also really Gucci. Good, getting double evolution pill. Baby Ceratosaurus activates his effect. Let's see. You should Ash Blossom this opponent if you have one, because whenever every time priority passes back, it pauses. So they do have something, but I'm not quite sure what it is. I mean, granted, it can only really be Ash Blossom, all things considered. All right, cool. I think we can't exactly pop off safely here because I know for a fact that my opponent has interaction. So let's see. Ooh. Okay, interesting. I think I already normal summoned this turn. Yeah, I normal summoned Archosaur, unfortunately. Oh boy. Yeah. Yep. So because I already summoned Archosaur, I think we should just go for the Xyz line here. Yeah. We'll send Giant Rex to the graveyard. And then... we just go for the double evolution pill here, but no. We'll do this. There we go. There we go. We Linkoribo it out. Okay. And then... Ooh, now you're gonna max C. Really? I do not care about that at all. And then we can hard make UCT here by banishing Giant Rex and Animador Archosaur. There we go. UCT is on the field. Go. Throw on. Yes, Giant Rex. Do your thing. Summon that. You'll get a +3 here, but I think it's fine. We can go further, but I am scared of what our opponent could potentially have, so we're just going to Abyss Dweller and then pass. It's a decent board, all things considered. Ash Blossom, we have Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, and we have a backup plan for much, much later. In spite of that, it's still amazing that we have dinosaur in the graveyard after all that. So yeah, we're just going to allow our opponent their draw 3, and then we pass turn from there. So I have no idea what our opponent is on. We do have exactly 3 monsters. We could get like Ross Fear moded again. King of the Swamp, that can only mean one thing. Our opponent is playing Pure Element. So we activate Abyss Dweller here and now. There we go. And that should set off alarm bells. Right, yep, he had infinite impermanence. Cool, cool, cool. So that means our opponent could have like far more in his hand than what I thought. Unfortunately, we cannot do too much, even with UTT here, because fusion decks are the bane of this deck. They can like both fusion and link decks, especially because link decks don't care about UCT's face down, Book of Eclipse effect, but we do have a lot of Xyz monsters to back them up. So there's also that. Oh boy, if they just go for Kit Kat here, we're also like very, very dead. Well, not dead, but they could have like other stuff to chain block Kit Kalos. So there's that. Yep, yeah, Kit Kalos, yep. Then I'm assuming, yeah, stuff also happens in their graveyard. Oh, we can do that to Havness. So there's that. This doesn't negate per se. Okay, sure. Since we don't have much use for Abyss Dweller now, I think it would be safe to just sack him off to UCT here. So let's see. But let's see what else our opponent has for us. Let's see. We're gonna see here. Excuse me. Didn't quiet the microphone there in time, but it's okay. Again, I'm like just barely recovering from the whatever my allergies gave me this time, but I'm like 80% there at least. Okay, Kaleido Heart. So Squid Rhino Heart here. Or is it Octopus? I'm not quite sure which. He has a lot of like tentacles. He's definitely a squid more than an octopus because he has no suckers. Okay, sure. Activating his shit at like quote unquote sorcery speed. Sure, yep. Doing all 3 of that. We can save ourselves some points of damage here. Okay. We have to activate it now because he's forcing the issue. We can safely destroy Abyss Dweller, honestly. Because I highly doubt Abyss Dweller is going to make it back to our turn. Okay. Then who was activating? Yeah, Shiren. Yeah, Shiren. Okay. They're going to fuse away Kit Kat because she's already done her job. Yep, Rukalos. Or it's Rulkalos. Oh my god. Why do we keep missing the L? Not that again, because Rukalos is like so much easier to roll off the tongue. Let's see, what else is he doing here? Alright, shuffling back UCT in. Rhino Heart. Yep, early Rhino Heart, yeah, chain blocking. Yeah. Alright, cool. So our opponent could just like this is probably just a hop, skip, and a jump for my opponent to kill us here, but we're not dead because we do have double evolution pill in hand to hopefully do something here, but they have Rulkalos here, so they could just negate it. I don't like our odds, but if our opponent allows us to go a little too far, we might stand a chance, but it's very low chance to do so. So either we skip to the next interesting point, or I'll just see you guys in the next duel. On the die roll, and I'm going first. So let's see what we have here. Ooh, this is a really interesting opening hand. So we have a non-once per turn. We have two ways for a non-once per turn search. So let's see how far we can go here. Fossil dig. Oh, he does not have the Ash Blossom, which is really Gucci for us. So we get Miscellaneousaurus here. And then we use the other fossil dig to get a destructible baby. So that we can extend our combos even further beyond. So we get Baby Ceratosaurus. Our opponent has not interacted with us in the slightest. So we use Miscellaneousaurus here. Let's go. Do you have something? Okay. Priority pass back briefly, but I think our opponent has nothing here. Let's see. We banish Misk. Do you have something upon it? They do. Alright, Max C it is. We will take the Max C challenge. As I always do on this channel. We always take the Max C challenge around here. So yeah, I will fight through whatever my opponent draws until I am stopped. So I'll see you guys at my end board. Okay, we're back, and we ended on not quite the board I wanted, but it's decent enough nonetheless. We have a negate, well, two negates, Infinite Impermanence and Baron de Fleur, and we have a Book of Eclipse style effect. If he's just going to go into combat here in an effort to get rid of my shit here, you have another thing coming for your opponent. I will do this now, unless of course he's just baiting me to do this. It's just also a possibility. Yep, yeah, he already tried to go into combat. He can still continue his main phase 1 here, which is like also a thing, but if I'm reading this correctly, okay, yeah, he's using his Kelbeck here to bounce Baron de Fleur. Okay, forcing it out. Fine. I will negate Kelbeck. Pretty expected of you, unless like you drew like 10 cards over the course of my combo here. Yeah, you drew 10 cards. So let's see here. Yeah, getting Happiness, sure. Special summon, yeah, he gets another Mudora, Kelbeck sent to the graveyard, blah. Let's see here. Yep, yeah, the Telements monster. Let's see what else he does here. Anything is possible at this point. Let's see what our opponent tries to do with us here. Because he drew like 10 cards. Well, granted, Telements would prefer their deck, would prefer their cards rather to be in the deck rather than their hand. So let's see what they cook with here. What's effect activated? Sulik. Alright. Sulik searches Merly. Alright, cool. Let's see what they do with their like 16 card hand. No, it's 15. Let's see. They discard. Alright, Shiren. Sure, do your thing. Come on. Alright, cool. Shiren. Special summon, sure. Sending, I think, Merly again. Alright, yep. And then sending YuGiOh as well. Sure. Let's see what else our opponent does here. Yep. Merly. Oh, just activating Merly. Not activating a YuGiOh. Interesting. Well, then again, if they activate it and if the Ishizu retrains at this point, they're going to mill themselves out before they can even like establish a decent board, because all of their like play starters, or rather most of their like half their deck is already in their hand by this point. Right, cool. Recycling two things back into the deck thanks to the fusion effects of their tier limit monsters, which is like sort of smart. But okay, just going to Kit Kat here. I could negate it because it stops them from extending to the heavens here, but they have like 15 cards in hand. They probably have a way to fight through this. Yeah, well, 13, but again, they highly likely have a way to fight through this, unless of course they forget that the column that Kit Kat is in is negated. So let's see what else they do here. I already expended all three of my interaction pieces, so my opponent could very well just punch a hole through this by this point because I have nothing here. Raptor is only good when it comes back around to my turn. So yeah, I'll see you guys either at the next duel or at or when it comes back around to my turn, if that even happens, or we just go to an interesting point. Alright, I'm going first, and I got like the last duel. My opponent found a way through all of my bullshit. Or in a better way to explain it, it was just a hop, skip, and a jump for them to find lethal. But this is a very YOLO hand, so if my opponent Ash Ball, okay, good. He doesn't Ash Blossom it. So we'll get a baby to get the ball rolling here. Although this is a pretty fragile hand. Any Ash Blossom effect here collapses this entire thing. So let's see. Priority gets passed back. Our opponent has nothing. Alright, cool. So we go Misk. One card. This is where they should Ash if they have it. Ooh, he didn't Ash it. Very cool. So we get Animatal Archosaur here. Then let's see. Do you have Imperm? Opponent, which Ash Blossom. Priority gets passed back. Let's see what you got. Ooh, Dimension Shifter. Interesting. So this could either be Gotti or Fluanderies. So let's see here. Sadly, because of our circumstances here, we unfortunately cannot do too much because we are under Dimension Shifter, right? So we can't just isolate, or rather insulate ourselves from other plays by just going double Evo into UZT here, because we have absolutely no way to fight through Dimension Shifter at the moment. So yeah, this is a pretty, it looks innocuous, but this is actually a decent board. We have a Book of Eclipse, and then we have an Infinite Impermanence. Alright, let's see what our opponent is on. It could be Rockin' Fish, or this could also just be Floanderies. One of the two is like always. Okay, he even has evenly matched. Great. This is the second deck. As far as I'm concerned, or this could also just be Floanderies, which is also a possibility. Because Floanderies don't mind losing their common phase. Jaugen. Okay, this could just be a stun deck. Okay, it is a stun deck. Sure. That's fine. Any monster off the top will just break this board, because the moment I sent Jaugen to like defense, it's like fine, I'm fine. Yeah, I'll just set Jaugen to defense right now because I drew into a monster. There you go. And Moon Mirror Shield is in the graveyard. 500, top or bottom? Yep. You want to draw it again? Sure. So we do this. Yes, we will activate, lose 1,000. There we go. Alright, cool. So we're facing off against a stun deck. This will not be interesting to watch, so because it will just be me trying to fight through whatever bullshit my opponent is on, or if they don't have any more monsters in hand. Alright, cool. Fossil Dyna, that's fine. We could make him waste his combat phase here because I can sacrifice UCT. Destroy all special summon monsters on the field. Yeah, that's fine. So he will always inflict 1,000 points of damage to me. Sure, that's fine. Sure. That's completely fine. He will always inflict 100 points of damage at me. That's fine. So any monster off the top will get me out of this, but yeah, this is playing against a stun deck 101. We should actually save that because we will actually have more damage. Wait, let's read this again. Yeah, plus 100. So will he always like inflict just 100 points of damage every time? That's interesting. During damage calculation, yeah, they will always only inflict 100 damage, so it will actually be safer if we set Babysaurus to attack position here. Unless I'm wrong. Let's just see this interaction first before I skip to the next interesting point, because watching a stun deck do its thing is really, really slow and plodding. Yep, he will always inflict just 100 points of damage every time, so it is actually safer to set monsters to attack position. Great. Okay. So yeah, he won't be doing any special summoning, so just normal summon Maxi here. Alright, cool. So we will die in 1,000 cuts unless we draw into something that will break this entire board wide open. So we'll see you guys there. Lost Daryl, but at least I'm not going to go through the last duel I went through again. It was definitely a stun deck because all it did was stop me from special summoning, and my opponent just I didn't draw the out basically. I wasn't able to negate the monster that he had on field, and I was waiting and waiting and waiting for until I drew into something better than what I was drawing, but unfortunately it never came to pass. So whoop-de-doo. But we're facing off against a more commonly expected deck in Tearlament. So they're going to combo off. I will draw a couple cards. Well, at least I drew one. I can guarantee at least an upstart goblin out of this opponent. They still have 4 cards in hand though, but we will be milled a few times before we. Okay, we'll be milled twice. Okay, cool. He's also like fueling my graveyard as well because the dinosaurs are like graveyard centric-ish as well. So there's that, and he milled, oh boy, Denier and Malicious. Great. So we only have our link lines available to us now, unless of course he uses Mudora to shuffle stuff back into our deck as well. Yeah, he has Mudora in the graveyard now. So yeah, our opponent will combo off for a while until he finds an optimal way to stop us from playing the game. So I'll see you guys at my opponent's end board. Okay, we're back, and it seems the Max C has scared my opponent into just committing to Abyss Dweller here. Alright, that's interesting. That means he is he's playing conservatively this turn, but that means I can like step over a lot of his stuff now. So we'll use Fossil Dig here. Unfortunately, a lot of our graveyard-based lines are turned off at the moment, so there's also that. We'll just get a baby for next turn, because as long as Abyss Dweller's on the field, we cannot do too much. So we'll just do this. We'll Abyss Dweller, or rather, we'll Fossil Dig again, playing around whatever shenanigans my opponent could potentially have in hand. We'll get Oviraptor. It's basically a searcher for a searcher. Let's oh right, so that our opponent cannot target us. Let's do this. So we get Lost World down on field. We'll have nothing but monsters in hand anyway, so that's completely fine. Then we just plop down Pankratops. Let's see if our opponent has something to say about that. Very cool. We'll Lost World here. Let's see if our opponent has anything to say about that. Cool. I honestly don't think my opponent is going to be ready for this. We'll just normal summon Oviraptor, and because he has so graciously milled a bunch of our stuff in the graveyard, we are pretty goddamn excuse me. We are pretty goddamn Gucci here. Right. We go to combat, then we'll attack into Abyss Dweller. That's completely fine. It's okay for dinosaur decks to lose their combat phase because they can like play through certain stuff anyway. So that's fine, right? Then we summon Oviraptor, and we use Oviraptor's effect. You cannot do that to us now. Okay. They don't have too much, so let's see here. I can't like use Imperm now because we are protected from targeting because of Lost World. Right, what did he banish? Alright, what did he mill? Reinhardt and another Medora. That's completely fine. We'll get UCT. I just realized that he also milled a UCT. At least we can hard summon this UCT, which is also really, really Gucci. And in the end, we'll still end with a Book of Eclipse and a pop, which is like not bad, all things considered. Right? Let's see here. Opponent's thinking about something, but I don't know what it could be. They're still like 30 ahead, all things considered. Though he can't target our shit here, so let's see what he could potentially do. Right? Sure. Banish a card. Wait. Add a crystal beast and a field spell. Okay. Just realizing that this is a basically a second terraforming. What the hell? And you need to run a brick just for that? Really? No. Just run terraforming. Damn it. And Emerald Tortoise is there just because it's a 2k defender? Really? I do not like how roundabout some decks are built. You could just cut the fat and just, you know, be direct, just aim for your deck's strengths. Don't shore up the weaknesses, aim for the strengths as much as possible. But, you know, it's just the way things are. I mean, the way things are. If it works, it works. But our opponent is playing on our turn. Let's see how long before it gets back around to us. They have milled like half their deck by this point. Oh my god, right? Get the Kit Kat. Yep, so they'll just keep playing on our turn. Sure, I will allow that. That's completely fine. Else, this will take a while-ish, I think, unless he does something here. Yeah, sending Shiren, sure. Then Shiren will fusion. That's completely fine. Let's see what else our opponent has here. I could just keep allowing them to like pop off and then just use Pancratops at the last possible moment. But let's see. Right, fusing away, what do you use? The other, Reinhardt and for Shiren, yep. Yeah, going into Squid Heart, as I call him, okay. Then shuffling, what are you shuffling, opponent? Lost World, that's actually fine. Alright, because he can't target my monsters anyway, because of Lost World, sure, that's fine. If he has to work just this little bit harder for my shit, that's completely fine to me. Okay, because he used that for, I think we can pop off a lot harder than I thought. Okay, so we will use this, we will destroy the egg, unfortunately, because Lost World is no longer on the field. Unless, like, he does have, like, 3 cards in hand plus 1 unknown in the back here. Right, Sulik will definitely negate Raptor here, which is not what I would have done. That's completely fine. Sure. I would have like negated UCT here because he knew for a fact that I have UCT in hand. And I have like Baby Cersaurus for later. Very cool. So we are playing with purely our main deck here, and that's the good thing about dinosaurs. You don't always need your extra deck. You can just play off your main deck because your main deck monsters are so good. And then, let's see. Okay, Rule Coloss. Yep, that's sure. Let's see you fight through this bitch. I'll banish this, and we'll banish one of the babies, I guess, or the other Scraptor. Yeah, we'll banish the other Scraptor. There you go. We'll summon UCT. There we go. And he's there. And activate Giant Rex. Will you negate it? Of course you won't. It's a waste of a negate. Oh, really? Oh well. You gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. Alright. Already have a Scraptor in hand for next turns. So let's see what our opponent does on their turn. Alright, we'll pass it back to them. And let's see if we can fight. Or rather, if we still even have a chance. Sure. Modora doing his thing. Opponent's like down to 11 cards. So have like, I think plenty in our deck at 25. Let's see how far we can go here. We're not dead, but we are woefully behind. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, no exchange of the spirit just yet. Okay, He shuffled back in UCT. Thanks, I guess. Okay. And oh, I'm just realizing all we have in our graveyard are spell cards. That's interesting. Cool. So he can use the Kaleido Heart thing again, which is like, okay, that's about what I expected. The smart thing here would be to, okay, linking away, I think. Yeah, getting dark. That's fine. I don't have any darks in my graveyard. I think that was a mistake. Okay, using Keldo, discarding Modora. That's fine. I'm not sure what my opponent is building up to. Let's see here. He special summons Keldo. Yeah, adding another Keldo. I'm not quite sure what my opponent is aiming for here. He could just like shuffle away UZT, but I guess he also sees the line that I could use Pancrotops to force an activation out of Rulkalos, if at all. Wait, Rulkalos' negate is only to special summon a monster. Oh, so he only has one piece of interaction here. Interesting. Well, two if you count Sulik, but I won't use Sulik until like, yeah, at a moment like this. So we do this. We'll get rid of Pancratops and we'll try to destroy Squid Heart here. Let's see what you got, opponent. He'll definitely be forced to use it here, if nothing else. Alright, cool. So Squid Heart will be destroyed, and then he'll have to summon it again, thus making him expend just a little bit more of resource for it to work. Alright. We're gonna keep waiting here to use Baby Cerasaurus' effect because he will special summon a card out of our deck. So we'll need to keep waiting. Alright, getting Kaleido Heart back, sure. So wait, what did he use to do that? I think it's this one. Yeah, special summon. No. Oh god, I need to read. Who do you special summon? Oh, Kaleido Heart has a revival effect. Cool. Right, forcing the issue. Yep, that's about what I expected. Okay. Yep. I'm now activating Sulik, and I think we just lost this one. So yeah. That's all she wrote for this duel. So yeah, again, same as last week. No more end screen because like Dinosaur Weekly is Dinosaur Weekly. What more are you gonna expect? Yeah. The deck performed about as well as I expected it to. You know, it will keep being this way until the new dinosaur support comes into Master Duel, whenever that will be. Hopefully within a few months. But by then, Kashtira will probably already be like wrecking this format in half, same way it did in paper. But unless like tier laments are completely gutted to the point of unplayability, we will keep seeing more purple cards as we did branded before it. So yeah, if you guys like what you saw, hit like, comment, subscribe, and share this among your friends. And until next time, toodles.